Ida Cruz. She's a picture of health and a fountain of youth. We're featuring her home in beautiful Middlebury. Lots of great pictures and ideas for you coming up. Stay with us.
Step into a magical world at Linton's Enchanted Gardens, a world full of color and inspiration, beautiful ideas to transform your home inside and out. Explore acres of displays to spark ideas for your own home and garden, plus expert advice to help bring your ideas to life. Right now, save on Black-Eyed Susans, only $1.99 each. Visit Lintons.com for ideas galore. Linton's Enchanted Gardens, County Road 17 in Elkhart, between the 20 bypass and exit 96 off the toll road.
Good morning. Welcome to another edition of our program as we feature the work of Linton's Enchanted Gardens. And we're on location here this morning with Mark Linton. Mark, good to see you.
Good to see you, Craig.
Love coming out to Middlebury, one of the most wonderful places in the whole world, and it's right here in our backyard. And we're in front of a beautiful home here of a client, a customer of yours. It's been a long-time customer.
It has been, and earlier today we were trying to think back about exactly how long it's been, and we know it's been at least 25 years, if not longer, that we were out here shortly after the house had been built and doing the original landscape.
Wow. Well, we're going to take a look at that and really break it down into some detail here in just a little bit. But, Mark, in the second half of the show, we're going to be teasing right now a little bit about what's going on there, which includes some great savings for your guests.
We've come up with a nice selection for our freebie sale, and it starts this weekend.
All right, be watching for that in moments, but right now, featuring the home of one Ida Cruz, a dear lady, who will be featured here in just a few minutes as well. We're going to be talking to Ida, but she's just tickled about the work you've done.
She has shared that with us, and what we're featuring today is a landscape renovation. As I shared with you earlier, this home was landscaped over 25 years ago, and a good life expectancy for a landscape is a minimum of 20 years worth of use, and we didn't just come in here and remove all the plantings. We went through. Ida actually had a list for me, what she wanted to keep, what she'd like to see replaced, and we even replaced some of the grass with some new sod that you see right here in front of us. It was getting a little tired in that, and probably one of the biggest changes that we've made here, and it's all to help Ida make this a low-maintenance landscape, was the ground cover. And what we've got here is a really nice product. It's called Stone Bark ground cover, and it is a ground cover designed to look like bark nuggets, but unlike bark, it doesn't rot, it doesn't decay, and you're going to get really good use out of it for the next 20-25 years.
And another added bonus, I just observed this. It goes really well with the exterior of the home.
It does. You're right, and that's very, very important. Color is important to me. It's also important to the homeowners, but yeah, the brown tones work out very well with the range of colors that you see in the brown brick behind us.
Mark, I would think what's really comforting for those that call on Linton's Enchanted Gardens is the fact that, you know, you're really known for repurposing and using what's already existing if there's life, and you've done that here, as you mentioned. I think that brings a lot of satisfaction, doesn't that, to Ida, who probably has some sentimental, emotional attachment to some of her plants, trees, and shrubs.
You're correct. And directly behind us, this is one of the original fountains, and we kept it as a part of the landscape. And we also did some transplanting of perennials here. We added some low-maintenance knockout roses, which you see are in full bloom. For some winter interest, we've got these low-maintenance blue star junipers, which will do a nice job of naturally shaping themselves. And then, Craig, in front of this native fieldstone boulder retaining wall, we've got these beautiful coreopsis, which not only are in bloom at this time of the year, they bloom all spring, summer, and fall up until frost.
The boulder retaining wall, Mark, you mentioned before we went on, it was, well, in place, but it had begun to drop a little bit.
Over the years, we had some settling here, had a little bit of washout in that, and so we have raised the height of the retaining walls, did some backfilling, and creates a really nice terrace look as you come up the circular drive.
It sure does. It's a wow. What's up next as we head a little closer to the home, Mark?
Well, another island planting bed, which features a sunburst locust tree, and this was one of Ida's requests. It's the focal point of the front yard, and it is surrounded by low-maintenance gold thread cypress. We've got some more knockout roses and drift roses, as well as hydrangeas, which are in full bloom.
Knockout roses. Did you mention that she loves knockout roses?
She loves anything that's low maintenance and has flowers.
I like the hedge there, but you say that's been there a while.
Yes, that's actually part of the original landscape, dates back to over 25 years ago.
Okay, so it's kind of a stair step up to the front of the home. What do we have when we get a little closer?
Well, let's go up there so we can share with the viewers.
Well, Mark, we're up close to the home now. A beautiful home once again here in Middlebury, the home of Ida Cruz, who's been a longtime customer of yours. And you told me that a lot of what you've done out here has been repurposing, but much of what we see here is brand new.
It is. It's a combination of both, and I think what we have pulled off here is it's actually difficult to tell what is old and what is new, and we wanted it to blend together, so I'd like to share with the viewers as to how we put this all together. One of Ida's requests was that she spends a lot of time in this area here with the windows. She likes to look out and be able to enjoy this awesome view from inside the house. So wanted to make sure that none of the windows had an obstructed view. So what you will see here, Craig, is the landscape follows the architecture of the home.
I did kind of catch that a little bit. I especially like what you've done beneath the center window.
And what you see there, the boxwood hedge, that's actually a hedge that was existing. And so we have gotten over 25 years worth of use out of that, and we are expecting to get at least another good 25 years.
Isn't that something? What's next here, Mark?
Well, directly to my left here, this looks like a columnar boxwood, but it's actually in the holly family. And this is called a sky pencil holly. Very, very soft to the touch. It fits this area perfectly because it doesn't get any wider than about 15 to 18 inches in width, but it's going to grow up here, and again, we're respecting the view, not going to hide the window, and not going to grow into the garage doors here.
Ida will never have that problem here, will she?
We promise. I've got a couple of dwarf gold mound spireas, beautiful golden colored leaves just starting to bloom with their lavender flowers, and they will continue to bloom the rest of the summertime. Framing the bay window with another very columnar type of flowering shrub. This is called a fine line buckthorn, very rare, unusual, kind of pencil thin leaves, and puts on a nice show of color in the fall when those leaves turn bright, brilliant gold.
All right. Nice contrasting colors here and textures we might add. And getting a little closer to the porch, a nice little look here.
We've got an unusual topiary here. This is a topiary Hindu pan Scotch pine. It's a larger form of outdoor bonsai, and very, very slow growing, and adds a wow up here by the front entrance. Also provides some fall, winter, and early spring color at that time of the year when other plants are losing their leaves.
And flanking the porch, another nice little look here beneath another window.
This is a fan-shaped U. This is something that we create ourselves, and actually works out very well. We're going to always keep that pruned below the base of the window. For a little splash of color, we've added the red drift rose, which will be blooming spring, summer, and fall. And then Craig, anchoring the corner here is one of the original plantings, and it is in its full glory here. Beautiful rose of Sharon, and my goodness, look at all the bees that are buzzing around there. They're enjoying it as well. Kind of unusual to have a summer flowering tree, but Rose of Sharon does a great job of providing some summer color and interest.
How much bigger will this one get?
Well, we really don't want it to get much larger, and so we're pruning it and maintaining the size and shape. Now, something that we did when we were doing the landscape renovation was actually expand the bed out. The original bed was in a couple feet further, and by moving that bed out, that makes it look fresh and new.
Yeah, so expanding the bed makes it a better fit, doesn't it? It really does a nice job to complement what you've done. Well, Mark, spend a moment, can you, to talk about Ida a little bit?
Known Ida for many, many years. We not only have done landscaping here, we've also maintained the property for her, and goes way, way back, actually with my family. Ida and her husband started Cruz Mold and Engineering, a local company in Elkhart, and my father, with his musical instrument business, had been a very long time customer, so date back many, many years.
Well, Ida, Mark has just spoken very highly of you, and I know you like the work he's done, don't you?
Sure do. Yes, it was terrific. Very good design.
What one thing, if you could put your finger on it, Ida, what one thing do you really like about his work?
Building up of the boulders there, because we had a lot of problems there with the running down of the mulch.
No, I understand you don't care to pick weeds. It's not one of your favorite things.
Oh, weeds.
And that new design has helped you that way.
Yes, I really like that. Yes.
So I would think after 25 years of working with Lintons and Mark personally, you'd probably recommend him, wouldn't you?
I would recommend them anytime and to anybody. Yes, I would.
Ida, so good to be with you. I know Mark is here. He wants to make a presentation. I think he's done something pretty special here for you. And Mark, why don't you scoot on in and make your presentation?
Well, certainly can't take credit for the design. Diana, our floral designer, made this for Ida, and we appreciate the opportunity to work for you again and also be able to share this installation with all the viewers.
All right. Yeah, with the deer. That's right. Well, Ida, thank you so much. And Mark, thank you. Coming up, it's the freebie sale from Linton's. Your opportunity to save big on plants, trees, and shrubs. All that and more when we return, so stay tuned.
Step into a magical world at Linton's Enchanted Gardens, a world full of color and inspiration, beautiful ideas to transform your home inside and out. Explore acres of displays to spark ideas for your own home and garden, plus expert advice to help bring your ideas to life. Right now, save on Black-Eyed Susans only $1.99 each. Visit Lintons.com for ideas galore. Linton's Enchanted Gardens, County Road 17 in Elkhart, between the 20 bypass and exit 96 off the toll road.
Back inside the conservatory here at beautiful Linton's Enchanted Gardens on County Road 17 in Elkhart as we wrap up yet another program. And Mark, what a wonderful visit in Middlebury. Another great project of yours. It was delightful.
You know, it's hard to believe that 25 years ago we did the original landscaping there for the home, and here we are back again, breathing some new life into it.
You know, you talk a lot about relationships, and that's exactly what you did here. You began a relationship a long time ago and continue to help this wonderful homeowner, and that repeat business, I'm sure, is fruitful, but at the same time, you continue to help people.
We highly value those relationships, yes.
I know you do. Well, another great way to value relationships is to offer some wonderful plants, trees, and shrubs. And, you know, it's good enough, I guess, to maybe even in there, but to offer them, Mark, at these special savings, that's tremendous. And this is the freebie sale you like to talk about where you really discount prices.
Well, we've got a beautiful selection and assortment here today. I'm going to start out, Craig, with this ornamental grass here, and the amazing value here. This is not buy one get one free. This is buy one get two free, and it's a nice little dwarf ornamental grass called a variegated sweet flag grass. Does quite well in full sun, also tolerates some shade, and what you're seeing is actually the full grown height right here. So not going to get much more than 10-12 inches in height. Gives a nice splash of color all throughout the seasons with the green and white variegated leaves. Normally these are $8.99. You're going to buy one plant for $8.99, and you're going to get two free.
So what you see here is what you get, not going to get much bigger.
It's just going to continue to spread a little bit. It's a nice clumping grass. So in height-wise, you're correct. Not going to get any taller, but going to get a little bit wider. Yes, you're correct. And then next we've got beautiful emerald and gold euonymus. And this makes a nice little ground cover plant. It also could be pruned and shaped as a small ornamental shrub. Prized for the beautiful green and gold variegated leaves, and it's also a semi-evergreen shrub. And so what this will do is actually keep a large majority of its leaves throughout the winter time. Normally $24.99 on sale. Buy one, get one free.
Boy, anytime you can get a little color in the winter, that's a plus, isn't it?
It is, and you know, it's very refreshing, especially when there's snow on the ground and you see those gold-colored leaves sticking up above the snow. Puts a smile on your face.
So now's the time to pick that up, right?
It is. Next, Craig, I've got a daylily here. This is our autumn red daylily, and you can just start seeing some flower buds starting to form. This is a late summer fall bloomer, and it's a one of the dwarf varieties, so doesn't get real tall, won't get leggy. And part of our freebie sale, $9.99 is the regular price, and it's buy one, get one free.
Excellent pricing here. Pick up on the deals through this weekend and then into next week right here at Linton's. What's next, Mark?
Oh, for all those gardeners that have low light shaded conditions, we've got very spectacular hosta here. This is called Patriot hosta. It's one of the newer hybrids. We've been growing this now about 5-6 years is all. Prized for the beautiful green and white variegated foliage. I love the pure white color that you see there on the ends of the leaves. And then also Craig sends up a nice shoot of flowers, little kind of pastel lavender colored flowers that attract hummingbirds and butterflies. Part of our freebie sale, buy one, get one free. Regular price is $9.99. So that's 2 plants for $9.99.
Okay, if you do the math, boy, that's pretty good stuff.
It's very good. And then next we've got a hydrangea here, and a large majority of hydrangeas really prefer shaded conditions. Well, this one here is actually for folks that have sunny conditions. This will produce really large, creamy, ivory white colored flowers, and it's going to get to be about 5-6 feet in height. It's called a tardiva hydrangea. Really huge, spectacular flower heads. Normally this is $16.99, and with our sale this week, it's buy one, get one free.
Now, hydrangeas, they don't normally get 5 to 6 feet, do they?
We grow a wide variety of them, and we have quite a few of them that are dwarf, only getting to be about 4 feet in height, 4 feet in width. This one works out very well for folks with sun, and also if you've got a place around your house where you've kind of got a long stretch of walls without any windows, this kind of breaks up a long expanse there.
Very good. And now's the time to pick up on the savings here during the freebie sale. Up next, Mark.
I've got one of my favorites here. This is a gold mound spirea, prized for these beautiful golden colored leaves, and we're just starting to see some flower buds form here. Some of these here are just starting to open. This is a summer flowering dwarf shrub. Gold mound is a hybrid of the old-fashioned favorite gold flame spirea, and the nice improvement of this is that it's much smaller, more compact. So if you're looking for something that you don't want to prune, this is it. And only reaches to be about 2.5 feet in height and about the same in width. Good performer, prefers full sun, and so you want to give it a nice sunny spot around a deck or a patio would work out very well. Normally, Craig, these are $8.99, and with the freebie sale, it's buy one, get one free.
Very good. I like what's up next.
Yeah, you got to touch and feel this. Looks like broccoli here, but don't eat it. It's not.
Thank you.
This is an old-fashioned favorite here. This is our autumn joy sedum. These are actually flower heads, which are going to open up with a pastel pink colored flower. Nice, kind of spongy, thick, succulent leaves. And for people that don't have an irrigation system, this is the plant for you. Does very well in full sun. Also tolerates some shade. It's a perennial. Comes back year after year, comes into its glory during the fall months, and produces these beautiful flowers. Part of our freebie sale, buy one, get one free. Regular price is $9.99.
So this plant's going to look a lot different here real soon.
In a few weeks, all of these flower buds are going to be opening up and then produce a really nice show, and those flowers will last all the way up until frost, about the middle to end of October.
Looks like there's a ton of them on that one plant, too.
There are a ton of them. You're correct.
What's next, Mark?
Next, Greg, we've got our yellow dwarf delicious apple here, and nice fruit tree. And in a few years here, this is going to be producing some edible apples. And nice thing about our freebie sale is for cross-pollination, you actually need 2 of these trees. And so our freebie sale is buy one, get one free. You actually are going to be getting 2 6 to 7 foot apple trees for the price of one for only $29.99.
So the freebie sale, buying one, get one free, really makes some practical sense here.
It makes very practical sense because if you do not have another tree for cross-pollination, you would have a fruitless tree.
And you don't want that.
It would be fruitless.
He said that, not me. Well, Mark, what's next?
One of my favorite ornamental grasses here. This is maiden grass. We utilize it in our landscaping quite a bit. Very thin, narrow leaves with a little white stripe going through there. This probably produces the most spectacular feathery tan plumes in the fall. And as it matures, it's reaching up to almost 6 feet in height. So you want to give this plenty of room to grow. I love using them around swimming pools. It looks very beachy, kind of nautical in that. Very low maintenance, just simply at the end of the season, either late fall or early spring when the snow melts, just simply cut it down to the ground.
No harm done, right?
No, very easy. Normally they're $24.99, and this week with our freebie sale, it's buy one, get one free.
We've seen a lot of that on location in the last summer, haven't we?
The grasses have really become quite popular over the past years. People like the soft textures, they like the feathery plumes, and then of course they're just low maintenance. It doesn't get any easier than cutting it down at the end of the season.
That's what I like. Next up?
Next is one of our viburnums, just in its full glory right now, featuring the white flowers. It's called a summer snowflake double file viburnum. And a large majority of the viburnums that we're growing, and that may be about 30-some different varieties, those are spring blooming flowering shrubs. It is unusual to have summer color, and so this is definitely an unusual summer flowering shrub. Viburnums are a no-brainer. If you've got shade, they do very well in shade. If you've got full sun, they do well in full sun. Very, very adaptable, Craig.
Okay, come on. A no-brainer. Now, that scares me a little bit because usually when that's the case, I always find a way to mess it up.
Not with this here. It's also a very good shrub for those wanting to attract birds. Where you see those flower heads later on in the season, you're going to get clusters of red berries there. And they're real small. They're not messy. They're going to kind of dry up like a raisin. And that provides some fall and winter food for the birds. Part of our freebie sale, normally that shrub's $29.99. And this week it's buy one, get one free.
Get a little red in there with the white petals and the green. Really nice.
Pretty color combination. That's right, Craig.
Up next?
Next is a little miniature dwarf spruce. Great for foundation plantings. Low maintenance. Almost no pruning at all. It's called our Bergman's Gem Oriental Spruce. And does like sunnier type of locations. It's really not meant for low light or shaded conditions. Normally they're $29.99, and with our freebie sale, it's buy one, get one free.
This is the freebie sale going on this weekend through the week here at Linton's on County Road 17 in Elkhart. Pick up on the great savings. Got a few more to talk about here, Mark.
Next one up here is our Blue Star Juniper. It's an evergreen, but it's not green. Love it for its bright blue color. And as I've shared with you before, blue is very rare in the landscape. It's very special. There's not a lot of things with blue color or blue flowers. And so this is nice because it adds some blue color, especially during the fall, the winter, and the early spring when all of your flowering type of things have lost their leaves. Very low maintenance, almost no pruning for the next 20 years, going to kind of naturally shape itself, reaching only about 15 inches in height and about 24 inches in width. Does best in full sun. Normally they're $24.99, and with our freebie sale, buy one, get one free.
So I really only have to worry about pruning once every 20 years with this particular shrub, huh?
That's right, Craig.
Wow, you make it so easy, Mark.
That's right, Craig. We have a lot of low maintenance plants.
You do. What's next, Mark?
Next is our blue lime grass, also known as blue dune grass. This is a ornamental grass that we've got featured, planted out in our garden center. A lot of people fall in love with it. Out around our pond, we've got a lighthouse there, and planted that around the lighthouse. It's gotten a lot of attention there. Very unusual because those blue-colored leaves. It actually makes a nice ground cover plant. It is really not a clumping ornamental grass. It does like to spread, and so if you plant it, you want to give it plenty of room to spread, and actually could use it as a ground cover. We did a home in Michigan and actually planted it as a ground cover for a hillside. Works out very well for retention.
Very good. So again, a practical use there.
Yeah, that's right. It's $29.99, and with our freebie sale, it's buy one, get one free.
All right, into the home stretch here.
Only two left. We've got our Northern Sun Forsythia. And forsythias, of course, they come into their glory during the early spring months. When you drive around town, you see all the beautiful yellow flowers in bloom. That is forsythia, one of the very first ones to bloom in the springtime. Does best in full sun. You also want to give it plenty of room to grow. You want to let it be able to reach about 5-6 feet in height and about the same in width. So if you plant it now, you're guaranteed to be able to enjoy the bright yellow flowers early in the spring. Normally $24.99, and with our freebie sale, it's buy one, get one free.
All right, one more to go here, and this looks like a classic.
This is a magnolia, and it is our Sweet Bay magnolia. Very sweet, fragrant flowers in the springtime, shiny, glossy leaves. Makes a nice little ornamental tree. It's not a fast grower, so it works out well for up around the foundation of the house. This 4-foot tree is normally $29.99, and with our freebie sale, it's buy one, get one free.
All right, some great information here, folks. It's the freebie sale. Hope you enjoyed that as Mark inspires and educates and informs, and then at the same time discounts these plants, trees, and shrubs to where it really makes good dollars and cents. Well, Mark, that does it for another program. Again, wonderful beginning of the show out in Middlebury, and looking forward to our next little remote visit somewhere on location.
Coming up soon.
But in the meantime, the freebie sale with hours this weekend and through the week.
Certainly. We are here Saturday and Sunday, opening at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're here to serve our guests until 6 o'clock in the evening. And then Monday through Friday, again, opening at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're staying here till 7 o'clock at night.
All right, great hours. If you'd like to find out more, of course, go to the website at lintons.com. Mark, thanks so much.
Thank you, Craig.
For our producer, Gary Martin, for our entire crew, until next time, this is Craig Wallen. So long, everybody.